Let me clear. Yeah. So this is called full virtualization. Okay. Look at this. What's the difference between these and this? Here you see that the operating system are guest OS, right? Means any OS you bring and install it. Okay, but here you cannot do this in para virtualization. In para virtualization, your guest OS is not the one which you downloaded. You need to modify that guest OS. Okay, then only the guest OS will be allowed on hypervisor. So that is called para virtualization. Someone may ask you in interview, what are the difference between the virtualization and para virtualization? So you can tell this answer in virtualization. In virtual machines, operating systems are straight away standalone operating system. Whereas in para virtualization, your operating systems are modified. They are modified in such a way that the guest operating system can work comfortably with the hypervisor. Okay, it means that operating system is not independent of hypervisor. They has to connect strongly to coordinate and collect information. That's why we need to modify the operating system of virtual machines. That's what we call as a para virtualization. Okay. Now this is very, very interesting one, which came later, but it is very popular right now in the name of containers. Okay, some of you might have heard this word containers. Okay. So what is containers? In containers, there is no hypervisor. Okay, right? There is no operating systems. There is operating system is a common on which you are running your own private servers, what we call as a containers. Okay, so Docker is a very popular technology which will allow you to create containers. Okay, now containers are more popular than virtual machines, right? So in virtual machines, okay, in yes, Kubernetes, we are going toward that. Don't worry, we'll learn it. Yeah. So all OS level virtualization is called containers, and the full virtualization and para virtualizations comes under virtual machine. So there's a great comparison is going on that who will be the winner when you compare with the virtual machine versus containers. Okay, right? They have their own pros and cons. So we'll highlight their pros and cons later. But now you can just keep in mind that there are two types of virtualizations. One is to create virtual machines, other is to create containers. Virtual machines have their own operating system, whereas containers do not have their own operating system. Okay, you can see from the figure that an operating system is running on a hardware, and on that operating system, we have a private servers. We call them containers. Okay. As I told that your hypervisor can be of two types. Somewhere I told in the second slide or somewhere, you can just see here. Yeah, you can just see two types. Okay, so what these two types that we see now? Okay, so the type 1 is called type 1 hypervisor, and second one what you call is type 2 visor. See the difference. Here on the hardware, you have the hypervisor software. This is hardware on which we have a hypervisor software. And on that software, you are running your own machines with own operating system plus app. It has its own operating system app. This is also having its own operating system plus app. Okay. So there is no OS is missing. So I call this as a type 1 hypervisor. Whereas the second category that you can see on the screen, right here, you have their own separate operating system, right? Okay. So this is what we call as a type 2 hypervisors. So these two hypervisors have their own pros and cons that we can decide based on the applications. Okay. So this was what I just told you about. There is a great debate is going on between the virtual machines and containers. You see from this both the figures, what we observed that hypervisor is running on the hardware. On the top of hypervisor, we have n number of virtual machines have their own operating system and corresponding apps. On the other hand, what you see that there's a hardware on which you have your operating system is running, and on that operating system there is a one technology through which we can create containers and what we call them as a Docker. Okay, so all of you, I'm requesting you, please go to the Google and type Docker, and it will take you to the Docker website and start exploring what is there inside. Okay. So these are the benefits, right? These are the benefits when you start using server as a virtualization. What do you mean by that? On a single physical server, there are multiple logical servers, right? So that is what the server virtualization. So these are the advantages. Server consolidation. What is that? Though there are so many servers are there, and your app possibility is that it could be divided to pieces, and these pieces are allowed to run on these servers, right? So that is the one advantage. What we call the server consolidation. And second one is called simplified physical infrastructure. What is that? So because of this virtualization, you are running so many easy to complex virtual machines on the same server, and you are avoiding to deal with things physically. Okay, so that is called simplified physical infrastructure. And as a result of applying virtualization, of course, your hardware is reduced drastically, right? And greater versus versatility. So if you start collaborating so many pieces of hardware, if you collaborate them, then the new challenges may emerge out of that. And solving those challenges could be a potential solution, can invite or attract huge revenue. Okay. And improve management. Because of this virtualization, allowing only one, what do you call, say, uh, allowing so many virtual machines on the same hardware, so it can leave you to greater management, right? So there are so many advantages are there, but at the same time, they have their own disadvantages. The first one is the risk and availability, right? Whenever as a user, you're going to use a virtual machine, the question is that whether the virtual machine is granted or not. If the virtual machine is not granted, then you cannot do things properly, right? So that is the one thing problem with the availability. And the risk of data, the critical data that you are allowed to store on third-party cloud, and you always in the impression that there will be some disturbances. Okay, that we need to take care. And the second point is called VM sprawl. There is a fighting between the virtual machines to gain resources, right? That is what VM sprawl we call it. And the resource shortages. Even though we claim that cloud computing can provide more number of resources, but it's equally true that cloud computing can may suffer shortage of resources, right? So these are some of the benefits and demerits of server virtualization. Okay. So I'll request, please start the quiz one. Please start. Anyone who is there, you hear me? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please start the first quiz.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Dear student, the first poll is open. You have 2 minutes to answer. Also, if you have any doubts, please type in the chat box.
Everyone, last 15 seconds to answer the poll question. Also, if you have any doubts, please type in. Sir, the poll is complete.
Yeah, yeah. Please announce the answers to the please announce the answers.
Okay. Students, the first question answer is EC2. The question is which of the following is our server virtualization? The question number two, the answer is virtualization software. And the third question answer is runs directly on the hardware.
It's over.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So let us invite students to ask questions. So please, any questions that what we have covered so far? Any questions? Okay, please type in the chat box. So what I observed that some students are really doing very well, giving all correct answers. Okay, very good. Okay, so any questions, please. Okay, right. So as I told you that I'll take you to my personal account and how to create a this EC2. Okay. So let me go into the my system. Okay, and let us try to create this a virtual machine. Okay, so I'm going to come create one virtual computer. Okay, and ask your consent team to explain you give a practical session that how to create a virtual machine. Right, is very important. Right. So let us go to my account.
I have a question in the chat box.
Are you able to see my screen?
Yes,
Yes,
sir,
sir.
we can see the screen. There is a question. Sir, what is EC2?
Yeah. See, look at it. What I'm going to tell now. Okay, just 1 second. Yeah, I'll just show you on the screen what is EC2, but I'll explain. This is the EC2. Are you able to see the screen? Elastic Cloud Compute. Okay, so this is a example for server virtualization. I'll show you how to create a EC2 server now. Okay, are you able to see my account? Anyone, please? Are you able to see my account, AWS account? Please respond. Okay. So look at this here. Yeah, look at this here. There are 9 dots are there. You can create there, or you can simply type EC2 here. Okay, in your account. You see that virtual server in the cloud. So you can create virtual server in the cloud. Okay, right? So let me click on this EC2. Okay, fine. Okay, right. Now you see that here how many instances are running. So it is showing 0. 0 means that there is no instances are running. Okay, right? So what we can do that, you see that here there is a one button called launch instance. Okay, so you click on this launch instance, right? Give some name, any name. My demo server. Okay, right? I have given one name. Fine. Now you choose which one you want. Amazon Linux you want, Mac operating system. So they are, some of them are chargeable. So I'm not touching this one. So I'm going to touch this one, very simple. Okay, you see here, free tier eligible. If you are a new user to AWS, then this Amazon Linux operating system machine is free for you. Okay, right? So let me click on this launch instance. Okay, launch instance. Now you see that create new pair or proceed without key. So this is a key to open your machine, online machine. Okay, right. So I want to proceed without opening it. Okay, so I'm clicking on launch instance. Okay, right. So successfully initiated launch of instance. Okay, so you can just go to it here. Okay. So click on these instances, go back. You see here, my demo server. Okay, select this. Okay, right. So this is a demo server. Look at this. This is a demo server which is a running, and it's a type, what type of server it is? T2.micro. I will tell you what is T2 micro later. Okay, this is one type of server. Low configuration. Okay, so I'm click on launch instance. Okay, it's already running. Okay. Okay, this is already running. Okay, what we can do now? Yeah, so select this my demo server, click on the connect. Okay, right. So now this is the one you need to connect to from your laptop. Okay, right. So how you connect? So click on this, select this connect using EC2 instant connect and click on this. Okay. So this is your command prompt. Okay. Here you can do command prompt. This is your command prompt. Okay. Whatever want you do now. Right. So whatever command you want, like okay, help. Okay, it is showing all commands. Look at this. So now you have connected to your server. See, look at this. This is a server you have connected. So whatever action I will do, okay, right, they are part of your server. From here, whatever command you type it. Okay. ls means any directory are there. Okay, right. You can create any file. Okay, vi xyz. Okay, dot python, whatever you want to create it. See, have create a file python. I'll close it. I'll type ls. See, there is a one file in the current directory xy.python. See, look at this. It means that this is the server, EC2 server, and it has IP address. This is your IP address. Okay, this is our IP address. Got it? So this is how I connected my laptop from my laptop a one of the virtual machine. So what I'm doing right now is a commands in a virtual machine. Okay. So like that, you can create of your different types. Okay, you can create of your choice. Okay, you can see here, there are so many are there. For example, C4.4x large type. There are 16 processors are there and 30 GB of RAM. Okay, how much storage you can assign it? And they are belongs to the Intel architecture. 8x86 means Intel architecture. Okay, right? So this is how you are dealing with the your virtual machines. Like, okay, you can create of your like different types of operating systems. Okay, Ubuntu or any other. Fine. Okay. So this is how you do that. Whatever you want, you can do command here. Okay. So type man. Okay. So man, it take any whatever you do it. Okay. It asking about commands. Okay. So you should have some Linux commands to work on this thing. Right. Okay. Right. So I'll exit now. So click on exit. So log out. My machine is logged. Okay. Right. I can close it now. Okay. Now this is a running. So I don't, if I keep on running, so sometimes it may be chargeable. So what I can do, you select this virtual machine and go to the action. Okay. Right. Go to the action and terminate it. Okay. You can do stop. Okay. If I click on stop, it will be stopped. It's not running now. It will be stopped. See, stopping. Right. So I don't want to stop. I want to delete permanently. You can do that. Or what you do? You select the name of the name and go to the instance state and click on the terminate. So this is to delete the machine from your system. Okay. Right. So you refresh it, that will be gone. You refresh it, see shutting down, and then it will be deleted. Okay. So this is how I created one of the virtual machine. So like that, you can create many number of virtual machines, right? So this is the what I'm giving is more on theoretical side. You require some practical sense also, right? Otherwise, there is no meaning in learning this applied cloud computing. This is not cloud computing, applied cloud computing. Okay. You see it's terminated. Now refresh it, it's gone. It will be removed from the system. Okay, right? So this is how I can create instances of type EC2. Instances means virtual machines. Okay, I'll write here. We can create VM instances. Instance means servers or computers, whatever you call it. Okay, instances, servers, or computers. Okay, later I'll tell you how you do this simple storage service. Okay, yeah, storage. I'll give a very perfect. I have given a perfect example for this. For example, Google Drive. In Google Drive, it stores large number of files or a file with a large size. Okay, I'll repeat. You can store more number of files, and each file may be of larger size. Right now, the question is that you know that your files are stored, but you don't know where actually physically they are stored. That is called storage virtualization. So here, like hypervisor, okay, we have a layer for storage also. So this is a physical. So this half of the file is stored here, and the half of the file stored here, and the above half of the file stored here, and the above half of the file may be stored here. Or same part also stored here to overcome the uh, attack problem or damage problem. So upper part of the same file may be stored here. We call as a replication. What I call is a replication. Okay. If one server is down, still your work is on. Okay. Right. So these are the points what you see on the screen that will tell you about this storage virtualization. Let me read these points. Storage virtualization is the pooling of physical storage from multiple physical storage and what it appears as a single storage. For example, Google Drive. Google Drive is only one for us, but actually it is a multiple distributed. Okay, and this technology relies on software to make it logically as a single software, single storage system. Physically, they are in different locations, but logically, it looks like a single system. Okay, so that is what this storage virtualization called. Okay, the same discussion here, I can skip it. Yeah, separate. That's what separate users and where they are stored. We don't know. Can you tell me that in which location your file is stored in Google Drive? It's not possible. It's not allowed to store. Okay. Right. So this is what if you read this, you understand that how you deal with the Google Drive. The virtualized storage software. Okay, I'll show you the Google Drive of my account. Let me go to the my personal email ID. Okay, so click on this Google Drive. See, if I click on this Google Drive, okay, I can show you some of the files, right? But these are the files, okay, right? When opened, closed, right, somewhere it's showing, okay, right? Fine, but you cannot tell where these are actually stored. Okay, so that is the beauty of storage virtualization. Okay. So these are the different types of storage virtualization, right? Host-based, array-based, network-based, OS level-based, file system-based, and fiber channel-based. What exactly these things are, right? If you go in detail, it will clear a confusion, right? I can explain you just like to a layman that how we'll explain this concept. Host-based. Suppose there is a one server. What we are currently using this server, okay, right? and host. You are the host of this server. Now, here you don't know where actually you are storing all this data. And some other clients, okay, some other clients, client one, client two, client three, they can use this as a storage virtualization. Means where they are storing, you don't know. Array based means you're storing a data in the form of an like series of arrays. What do you call it? Okay, right? Hello, can you hear me? Uh,
Yes, sir.
yeah, because actually suddenly there is a power disruption here. That's why I'm asking this question. Okay, let me continue. And network based virtualization means somewhere, some remote location, okay, some remote location, there is a storage, right? And all the users are going to access this through network, okay, right? And operating OS level storage virtualization means here there is an operating system, all the users all store their files, but OS will not going to tell where it is stored. Okay, that is called this OS level virtualization. And the file system virtualization means you are storing in a folder, this folder, but physically where it is stored we don't know. Okay, that is called file system virtualization. And this is fiber channel means this networking we are connected to a remote storage device through the fiber channel. So these are all the different types of um, network virtualization. Okay, sorry, storage virtualization, right? Okay, so what we are currently doing, adapting this is a network based. Okay, as a user, somewhere in the cloud, okay, we are storing our data. But actually, where this data is stored, we don't know. Okay, right? So shortly, I'll give you an illustration of S3 Amazon service. Okay, right. Now there are two types of storage virtualizations. Not only in this way, the content of the file can be dealt with two types. One is the block virtualization and other is the file virtualization. Okay, right? So here what we can say that where your block is stored, you divide a file or something into small piece of memory chunks, and where each chunk, I mean block, is stored, it's not given. Okay, and whereas file virtualization means entire file is virtualized, where actually it is stored, it's not known to us. Okay, right? Okay, that is what I actually call as a block virtualization and the file virtualization. Okay, because we don't know that where we are storing, but we know some storing the system. Okay, right? And that is what about the storage. Very brief. Network virtualization. I told you that we're going to cover one more lecture on this. For time being, I can give you only the glimpse of this. Okay, so how can you understand this? Look at this. This is the actual network, physical network. These are physical networks. This is a physical network. On this physical network, we can create one virtual network. For example, this is your WhatsApp. Let us check this is WhatsApp. And this is your actually your physical. Okay, you can understand like this. And by making some more system, we can make one more virtual, right? So from the given physical system, we can connect like a virtual. For example, there are so many departments are there in our institute, right? So we'll from each department we'll pick one person right from each department, we'll create a new interdisciplinary department where this faculty will be a member of the department. Actually, they are belongs to the diff department, but logically, we made them a new department where they think as it belong to a single department. So that's the same thing what happens here also. Physically, they belongs to different department, but logically, they belongs to a new interdisciplinary department. So the same thing happens in case of the real network and the virtual network. Okay, definitely we'll talk more on this in one of the lecture, not now. Okay, I can skip it. Right. So virtualization in cloud compute. So before I start, I'll request please start one more quiz.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Students, second poll is open now. You have 2 minutes to answer. If you have any queries, please put it in the chat box. Students, last 30 seconds to answer the poll. Students, poll is closed now. We'll see the answer one by one. First question is, which of the following is or not benefits of virtualization? Answer is none of the above. Second one is, which of the following is or types of storage virtualization? Answer is all of the above. The final question is, which of the following is or type of method virtualizing storage? Answer is both A and B. A is file based and B is block based. Thank you, students. So poll is over now.
Okay. So any questions from students so that we can answer those questions? Okay. I couldn't see any questions in chat. Are they available somewhere else or only in chat?
Only in chat, sir. Students, if you have any queries, please put it in chat box.
Okay. Okay. So let's go ahead. We are running out of time. Okay. Okay. So now what we learn, how virtualization also really part of, in what way it is a part of cloud computing in a broad picture. Okay. Right. So cloud, you can see that end users can access so many applications, same resources, storage, everything from cloud. what I have done just now from this thing. Okay, right? Okay, so Amazon EC2 already have demonstrated that how you create a virtual machine, right? Okay, so you just enter into it, it will get it. Everything is a self explanation. You can easily to trace up how to proceed. Okay, right? So that's what we have done here. We have created one Amazon machine and we started typing some commands. Okay, and this one EBS means it is uh, equal to the hard drive space. Okay, whereas RAM will be given separately, but this Amazon EBS, also called Amazon Elastic Block Store, Amazon Elastic Block Store, it's a hard drive of a virtual machine. Okay, in earlier days we can access this virtual machine by some key password, but now there is some more facility that without any key also we can access. Okay, earlier it was compulsory, but now it was changed. Okay, right? And also I told that every machine there is IP address. Okay, EC2 at the rate something 172 dot something something, which are highlighted already. So every machine has its own IP address. Okay, and by using this IP address, we can connect one virtual machine with other virtual machine. Okay, that's what we can do. Okay, right? Now simple storage service, storage virtualization. So now what we can do, we can create some storage in Amazon, but we don't know where actually it's stored. Okay, right? So let us do that. Let us go to my account. So this is my account. So here you write S3. Okay. So this is a S3. Right. Click on this. Okay. This is a Amazon Simple Storage Service. You see that there is already one file is stored here called my service bucket. So if you want to, you can create more buckets. Bucket in the sense folder. Okay. So any name you can give. My own folder. Okay, right, and create it. So click on the create bucket. It's created. Okay, so click on this my own folder. Okay, now you can download the files. You can upload the files. See here, upload the files. Let me upload a single file here. Click on this upload. Okay, so add file. Click on the add file. Go to my system desktop. In desktop, there is a one book on artificial intelligence. Let me copy it. Okay. Now this file is size 23.3 MB. I'll upload it. Okay. You start uploading. Right. So it's very simple. It takes hardly few seconds to learn this one. Okay. Now has many number of files you can store. There is no shortage. Okay. Whenever you feel that there are some files are very, very critical, important, they may not be deserve space. Okay. Right. So they can go 1 second. Yeah. Sorry, there is one important call actually. Okay, you see that now what I have done here, I have uploaded my one book in this S3 services, right? So like that you can store as you like of any size of any number of files. Okay, but problem is that you need to pay for charges. There are some minimal charges for storage services that you have to pay. Okay, right? So that is a simple demonstration of your S3 service. Okay, right? You can also try this. Most of them are self-explanation. Okay. So what are the why you require to store in S3? Because of these reasons. Whenever want, you can access it. Anytime they are available, and they are always secure, durable. Nobody can go into touch it. Okay, and very secured one. AWS is very secure cloud. Okay, right. All these things are the features of simple storage service S3. Okay, so this is what I have done. So I have create one bucket, I have upload bucket, I can download it, I can copy it, I can delete it also. You select it, there is an option called delete, you click on that, it's deleted. Okay. So it's as simple as what I explained. Right? And this is one about the networking. As I told that, I'm not going to teach anything on the networking this class. Okay. So that we can discuss in the another class. Okay. Right. These are the topics. So this is the some of the components. Okay, right? Just keep in mind. Okay, these are the components of this Amazon Virtual Private Cloud. So we learn each one of these. What is subnet? What is IP address? What is routing? What is gateway and endpoints? What do you mean by VPN connection? If you can understand all this individually, then we'll put together and it's very easy to learn. Okay, here the job of this VPC is to connect your physical machine with the virtual machine, virtual machine with the other virtual machine. Okay, so these type of communications are possible by using this Amazon Virtual Private Cloud. It's also called private cloud. You can see like this is a bigger cloud, it's a public cloud, and within that there is a small cloud called private cloud. No, only member of this is group only access, others are not allowed. Okay, right? So this is the uh, availability zone. We can say in that we have so many virtual machines. Okay, all these virtual machines, and this is one more availability zone. We have so many virtual machines they can connect with. Okay, because in a company so many users are running so many virtual machines, they need to collaborate and connect. So this is the one of the best choice. You create a virtual machine, connect with the other virtual machine in the same company. Okay, right? And each virtual machine has its own private address, IP address. Okay, right? Now move to the next one that is called software defined storage. So this is also like a Google Drive. Okay, but it is something different. Okay, some short this differently. For example, when you do many activities online, lot of data being produced. Okay, a lot of data is being produced, right? So where all this data will go? Somewhere we have to store. So we have lots of third-party softwares, online softwares. They help us to store data. No need to purchase hardware every time. You'll get more data into your system. Okay, and all these third-party softwares which provide storage as a service, what we call as a software defined storage. Okay, so I'm not going to do all the detail here. So these are the some of the companies like not X here, Cisco, Starwind, Datacore, Dell EMC, Nexenta, Red Hat, IBM, VMW. So all these companies are providing software defined storage services. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll stop here and I'll ask, please float the remaining two quizzes and followed by I'll take question and answer sessions. Okay, please start.
Yeah, okay, sir.
There are two quizzes are there. Please run them together, one after other. Okay.
Students, Poll 3 is open now. Now, 2 minutes to take up the questions. Students, last 30 minutes, 30 seconds to answer the quiz. Students will go and check the answer for the third poll. First question is, which of the following is related to EC2? The answer is all of the above. Question number 2, EBS stands for elastic block volumes. Question number 3, Amazon is a, the answer is object storage service. Now, poll number 4 will be open. You have 1 minute time to take up the questions. Students, last 10 seconds. Students will see the answers now. Question number 1 is, which of the following is related to Amazon VPC? Answer is all of the above. Question number 2, which of the following are the platforms for software defined storage? The answer is all of the above. Thank you, students. So, over to you, sir. All the two quizzes are completed. Students, in the meantime, if you have any queries, please put it in chat box. SME, our sir will answer one by one.
Okay, so any questions? Okay, if there is no questions, we can just wind up this session. Okay, right?
Sir, one question, sir.
Yeah,
Chat
please.
box. Can you elaborate more about SDS?
Can you repeat the answer? You ask me to repeat the answers, right?
No, sir. Below that, we got one questions.
One second. No, I couldn't see. Can you read? I got only last question is, can anyone repeat
So,
the answer?
yeah, I will tell you the question. Can you elaborate more about SDS?
SDS.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Fine. That's fine. So let us take any one of this like data core. There is one company called Data Core. Let me go to the website and just show you about this one. Data Core. Okay. Let's go to the click on this. Okay. Let me write Data Core. Okay. Look at this. Data Core Software is a company specializing in software defined storage, offering solutions for block, file, object storage across core data, edge cloud environment. Right. So in your activity, right, wherever data is produced, that can be stored in third party. Okay. It's like a warehouse where you can put, okay, it's like a cold storage. You see, this is the company. These are the solutions they are offering. Okay. So this is the, you can see file storage, object storage like this. Okay. Is a third. Content services, you can keep on pumping all those additional data there. Okay, got it? That is what SGS. Any other questions? Okay, if there's no questions, we can wind up this topic.
Okay, sir.
Okay, then we'll see. We'll see in the next class. Okay.
Thank you, students, for joining. Bye, sir. Thank you. Thank you for your time, sir.